Hey folks, I'm just here to do our weekly check-in with you. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started. Okay, so the format of this week is going to look a little bit different than our previous modules that we've had. So I want to take a few extra minutes to make sure that we are clear on all the expectations for this week and just what the assignments are for this week. So if we go to our modules page, we're already there, and we go down to our module 6. We've got architecture, and for lesson 14 and lesson 15 is the ancient world. So this starts our art history unit for the course, and this will continue for modules 7 and 8 as well. And will be the remainder of our course, just going through a just kind of crash course on art history. So in the past, I have done this through lectures. I don't feel that it is as effective with the OER format to not have a textbook for this portion of the course. So this is actually my first semester teaching with the OER textbook that we are going to use for the course. And so I hope it works better than our lectures that we've done in the past, but we'll just see how it goes. My in-person classes are already on this step of the course, so they have not had a problem with this yet, and I think they enjoy it a lot more than the lecture format. So I hope that it will be the same for my online classes that I've got as well. You'll note here, if you follow the due dates on the actual module pages themselves, there's several things going on. The textbook readings, pages 108 to 127, the performance assessment, which is going to be our new type of assignment that goes along with our textbook readings. Our let's see, green architect that I think I just did this twice. The green architecture assignment that will be due next week. So all we have due for this week, if we look through this, we've got a couple discussions, we've got a quiz, we've got an assignment. But the only thing that we're doing this week is doing our textbook reading. So while it might seem like we do have a lighter week this week than normal, there are a lot of assignments building upon these lessons. So I want to make sure that you're taking the time this week to get that out of the way before having to jump into next week and have to read and do all those types of assignments as well. So let me go up here real quick. You'll also notice in the new modules that we've got, there's a new folder. It's called the Lesson 14 and Edpuzzle and 15 textbook and other class material. You'll have a folder like this in modules 7 and 8 as well. All of our Edpuzzles will be in this folder, and all of our textbook readings will be in this folder. It's just like the Edpuzzle folder essentially, but it's got more stuff in it as well. You also see our PA assignment right here as well, and I'll get to that in just a moment. And then we've got our discussion and our lesson 14 green architecture assignment, and our quiz will be there when it's due. So let's click on into this. You'll see this is our textbook reading link. So once you click on the textbook, it also will tell you right here where to start reading at and where to stop reading, and the parts that you need to read as well if you get confused on the numbers. So let's jump right here. And it's sometimes a little bit off with the page numbers, but just follow the start where it says prehistoric art, Paleolithic origins. It should be around 108 for everybody though. Let me get out of this. Sorry, I've just got too many things loading right now, so it's being finicky. There we go. Alrighty, so if we go all the way down to, let's see. Oops, not too far that time. Sorry, I just want to make sure that everybody knows where to start at. Okay. So this page right here is the first one that you want to start on. It says 109, but 108 is also our first little bit of information there as well. So I guess 107 really is where this whole thing starts, or where the periods in art history starts. So yeah, look through all here, and you'll notice that when you get to certain spots in the text, it'll bring up little things like this that says watch the video online. So since a lot of the students in this course are high school students, I realize that you guys don't have access to YouTube videos on your Chromebooks. So I have taken the links to those videos and created Edpuzzles for them instead, which will work with your Chromebooks. So if you will, when you get to one of those videos, I want you to stop where you're reading at and then go back to the text, and you'll see that there are Edpuzzle videos that are associated with whatever part of the text that you were reading. So I made them pretty obvious, or like what the title of the video was, but you should know where to jump in on these at. There are 4 videos that come from the text this week. That's Jade Kong, Old Kingdom Seated Scribe, the Egyptian gods and their 3 daughters, and the Spear Bearer video. I also have this video on the woman of Willendorf. It's not actually in your text, but I do want you to watch this Edpuzzle. And then the Earthships video as well from lesson 14. So these are the videos that you need to watch this week. And just for future, oh, and then the lesson 14 architecture, of course. So just like for future reference, if we need any clarification on this, just if there is a video in the folder, you're expected to watch that video. It's not like an optional video. Those will be graded for participation. So just, as always, don't skip any of the videos. It'll also, a lot of these videos will be where our quiz questions come from as well. So you'll need to have watched the video to be able to answer the quiz question correctly. And then lastly, when we get back over to our, in module 6, the PA assignment, this might be a good idea to have this beside of you while you're reading your text. So it asks you, or it says, after completing the textbook reading, please answer the following questions from the prehistory and art history in 3 full paragraphs, 5 to 7 sentences each. You will also need to provide a labeled image for any questions that request you to do so. The 3 questions are to identify and describe key characteristics and defining events from the prehistory, compare and contrast 2 works of art from the Paleolithic period and the Neolithic period. And that's just 2 total. So like 1 from Paleolithic and 1 from Neolithic. And then you do need to provide images, labeled images of those. And then lastly, explain why the Greeks and Romans deemed the human body to be perfect. So again, 5 to 7 sentences each for those. And if I were you, I would definitely have this just like beside of you while you're doing your textbook readings, because you will probably read something and be like, oh yeah, that answers that question. And then you can just pull back over instead of having to dig for it later. And then please note that these questions vary slightly from what the textbook asks of students, because there is a list of questions that I ask you to do in the textbook, but these are just pulled from there and just like a select few. It's not all 10 or whatever it is. Also, you are not being asked to answer all the PA questions from the text in this one assignment. Students will only need to answer the questions included in this assignment. So again, this is all you need to complete right here. And yeah, that's it though. But the only thing that we have due this week is the lessons 14 and 15 textbook readings, the lesson 14 Edpuzzle, and any other Edpuzzle videos that I showed you in the folder right here. So this is on you guys this week to complete all of those things. And then next week we'll do our quiz, we'll do our discussion assignment, we'll do the PA assignment, that'll be due as well. But yeah, basically just a lot of studying this week. So if you need any more clarification on this new format, please let me know if there's anything that doesn't make sense to you, or if the textbook is acting up, anything like that. But I just wanted to check in with you guys to make sure that we were clear on what was needed for this week. I do apologize. I did have a little delay on getting the lesson 14 PowerPoint uploaded today. For some reason, YouTube deleted it from my channel, or it just didn't save the last time. So I had to re-record it this morning for you. But I do apologize for that delay. It should be there now for all the classes. But yeah, if you have any other questions, please let me know and I will check back in with you guys next Monday.